This program covers the automotive ISB 4-cylinder engine available in the United States and the 4- and 6-cylinder European versions. The repair course assists the student in gaining the knowledge and skills necessary to become qualified to perform repair-level service procedures on this engine. The full service course assists the student in gaining the knowledge and skills necessary to become qualified to perform full service-level service procedures on this engine. This program also provides the opportunity to complete the written assessment requirements for both the repair level and full service level qualification. Let's begin by taking a look at the major components of the engine. The engine block is an all-new design. The block incorporates straight thread O-ring metric or storm fittings for improved sealing. All of the engines have some form of piston cooling. Higher horsepower engines utilize J-jet piston cooling nozzles. Lower horsepower engines utilize saddle jets installed in the upper main bearing saddles. The block is machined to accept 7 main bearings with thrust bearings located at the number 6 main bearing location. The crankshaft design eliminates the counterweights on cylinders 2 and 5 and incorporates a gear at both the front and rear. The main caps are positioned in the block by dowel rings. The free-floating piston pin attaches the piston to the connecting rod. The pin is held in place using retaining rings. The connecting rod caps are held in place with 2 cap screws per rod. A stiffener plate is mounted to the skirt of the block to provide for increased block rigidity. The length and configuration of the oil suction tube depends on the oil pan sump orientation. The stamped steel oil pan utilizes a new suspended mounting arrangement. Camshaft bushings are installed in both the number 1 and number 7 camshaft journals. A plain flat tappet design is utilized. The engine utilizes a chilled gray iron camshaft. The conventional sandwich steel construction head gasket seals between the cylinder head and engine block. The cylinder head is a one-piece cross-flow design. The cylinder head features integrally cast valve guides and induction-hardened valve seat surfaces. Engines rated greater than 230 horsepower have hardened valve seat inserts installed in both intake and exhaust valves. Replaceable valve seats and valve guides are installed in the cylinder head. Four valves per cylinder are installed into the head. The centrally located fuel injectors are held in place with hold-down clamps incorporating 2 mounting cap screws. The fuel connectors provide a flow path through the cylinder head to each injector. The tubular push rods activate the cast rocker levers and non-adjustable crossheads. The rocker housing provides for injector and wiring interface connections. The valve cover provides for top oil fill and a crankcase breather mounting location. The rear gear housing incorporates a mounting location for the camshaft position sensor. The camshaft thrust plate retains the camshaft to the block. The camshaft gear is bolted to the camshaft and incorporates notches on the rear face used for determining camshaft position. Various air compressor options are available. The fuel pump assembly is mounted to the rear gear housing. The fuel filter head provides mounting location for the fuel temperature sensor and the low-pressure fuel lines. The ECM and cooling plate mount to the side of the block. The air intake cover provides the mounting location for the intake manifold boost pressure temperature sensor. The high-pressure fuel lines connect the fuel rail to the individual fuel connectors. The fuel pressure sensor and the fuel pressure relief valve are both installed in the fuel rail. The oil pump is driven directly off of the front crankshaft gear. The front gear cover provides a mounting location for the front crankshaft oil seal and the engine speed sensor. The front engine support is mounted directly to the block using 4 cap screws. A tone wheel, poly V pulley, and damper mount to the front of the crankshaft. The belt-driven water pump mounts in the volute in the engine block. The thermostat installs near the front of the cylinder head on the exhaust side of the engine. The water outlet installs over the thermostat. The coolant temperature sensor mounts into the cylinder head. The various water inlet connector options bolt to the side of the engine block. Optional dipstick mounting locations are available to provide access in various installations. The oil cooler element and cover mount to the cast cavity in the side of the engine block. The cover provides a mounting location for the combination oil pressure temperature sensor. Various exhaust manifold options are available to accommodate both front-out and rear-out turbocharger options. Waist-gated turbochargers are used on all engine ratings. The flywheel housing also serves as the rear gear cover. The rear crankshaft seal installs into the counterbore in the flywheel housing. Flywheels used on this engine are compatible with previous B-Series and ISB engines. The crankcase breather components mount to the rear of the engine. The wiring harness connects the ECM to the various electrical components. The engine design incorporates a spring-loaded automatic belt tensioner. The crankcase breather components mount to the rear of the engine. The wiring harness connects the ECM to the various electrical components. The various electrical components. The engine design incorporates a spring-loaded automatic belt tensioner. Multiple belt-driven fan hub options are available to provide various fan center locations. The water inlet connection provides a mounting location for the alternator support. Both 12 and 24-volt starter options are available. This completes our overview of the new Cummins ISB 4-cylinder and ISB E 4 and 6-cylinder engines.